Alright guys, back in another day with Amazing Outdoor Enthusiasts. So today we'll be reviewing the Penn Pursuit 2500. So this is the smaller one. I did a review on the 5000. So this is the smaller one for like smaller fish. And this is also the saltwater series. So you can also get this one. This one is built really strong and durable. And also it's a 6:1 ratio, right? And that's the gear ratio, and also the 4+1 ball bearing system. So this is something that you want to take a look into, because if you're fishing saltwater but for smaller fish and you want to use a smaller reel, then this is something you need to look into. And yeah, it's a lightweight and corrosion resistant graphite body. So this body is similar to the bigger 5000 body. They make all of them with the same material, which is super durable and strong. Instant anti-reverse bearing, so a lot of them come with that. And also the machined and anodized aluminum spool also helps with the, and you have the superline spool and line capacity rings. So all these are included with the reel, which is very great. I have 15-pound braided test on there right now, which was casting super far, and also it was giving me a lot of action, because I was throwing frogs in Florida with this thing. I went on a trip, and it really worked out. But yeah, that was an amazing experience that I had, and it's all, you know, good stuff that I've seen and feel from this reel. So as of many other reels that I've used, like the Abu Garcias and the Shimanos and all those kind of reels, this is one of those reels that really standed out for me, because of the style and the way they decide to make this reel, because it's super durable. Like when you feel it, when you hold it, and also when you're using it, it is completely different from your basic and normal reel, right? So that is something you want to keep in consideration, because end of the day, you know, we're all trying to pay for reels that's lasting us for a very long time, and also for stuff that can bring our fishing, right? So we don't want to have stuff that is just, you know, it's there but you can't really use it as much as you would want to. And also you don't want to be crying out when a big fish is at the end of your line, like for example, like you hook a muskie, right, mistakenly, and then, you know. And also the one big thing about this reel is it's small, and you can carry it in any small space, especially if you're traveling or if you're going to a different country that you want to try some sea fishing, but you don't want to pack like for a big, you know, like big fishing. This is one of those reels that you may want to consider, because it's also saltwater ready. And yeah, so that's something you want to take a look at. And also let's open this up and see how those are in there. But yeah, when you're hooking up a fish in this thing sounds amazing. Like, hear that? So that's what you're gonna hear when you got a fish on. So far from what I've been using, this reel has been something that is you know, very nice and balanced. Like when I have it on my rod, I usually test it with my finger to make sure that the rod and reel, everything is balanced and it's not throwing anything out of place, you know. And yeah, so this is something that is very nice. And I've been throwing frogs. I've been skipping frogs with this thing in Florida there. And yeah, been getting some nice blow-ups. But yeah, so this here, as you can see in there, they really greased it up nicely, right? You want to make sure that all your stuff, that if you're using these things for a while, like from not being brand new, like you have it for a few years. I usually give it every season, like every year. I usually open it up and you know, I give them a service. So that's basics for all my reels before using it for the next season, because number one, you don't want to wear your stuff out because it's not lubed up properly or it doesn't have enough grease, right? You don't want to wear it from that. You want it for it to be weared off from fishing, not from, you know, any other thing, from like not taking care of it, right? So usually you have the grease that you put in, and you want to make sure that, you know, you have that. So like people don't know, even in here they have grease that they put in there, because number one, I find that you know, when you're fishing saltwater, you need protection everywhere, like as much as you can get, because you know, saltwater damages everything and wears everything out super fast. So this is something that I'll be using, and also I'll be posting a few videos about it as of, you know, trying it out, casting and all that. But if you guys use monofilament, that would be something to consider to use this with as well. I'm usually using only braided, right? I might put fluorocarbon at the end of my line when I'm fishing, depending on what fish I'm using. And yeah, so this is something that you know, I really like. So the Penn Pursuit 2500 saltwater series with the Superline spool, and yeah, so this is the MT100. So the drag is very nice, and yeah, so you're having 10-pound drag, so which is quite a lot, so for a small reel like this. So yeah, if you guys like this video, like, share and subscribe.